What up, y'all? Welcome back. I'm doing another presentation today. Wanted to share some more solves, get some more free game. Um, Win your first government contract in 60 days using the same active biz systems that's helped everyday business owners with government contracts worth tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars, even with zero prior experience. So, I'm gonna be sharing a couple tips, tricks, and tools to put you in the best position to potentially win your first contract in 60 days. And if you really put the work in, use these strategies, you're gonna have a chance to really win some money. And there's a lot of different opportunities to bid. There's a lot of ways to win with experience, without experience, and I'm gonna share those ways with you. How do I hit next on this? There we go. So the opportunity is government contracting. Government contracting is the simplest and fastest way to capitalize on one of the most overlooked opportunities in America. It's a $1 trillion industry. The government spends trillions of dollars that goes untouched by most small business owners, right? So, a lot of people, especially in our community, we're not educated on government contracting. We're not taught, hey, our schools are ran like this, our buildings are built like this, our roads are clean like this, our buildings are clean like this. These pens, these pencils come from, so people aren't really familiar and not being educated on ways to win with the government. So the government spends over $600 billion on contracts with small businesses in recent years alone. These contracts are going away. They're guaranteed recurring revenue for the most eligible, excuse me, for the most reliable client in the world. um, Breaking the myths. So one of the first myths that a lot of people think is like only big corporations win government contract. The government is required by law to set aside contracts specifically for small business owners, minority-owned, women-owned, and veteran-owned businesses. So this specifically a set aside contracts that are set aside for different businesses that meet the certification criteria for these contracts. So I'll give you an example. So if you're a veteran, you came out of the military, and you start a business, and now your company gets certified to become veteran owned, the government has contracts that only other veteran owned businesses can bid on. So that just takes your competitiveness from everybody in the world, everybody in America and the globe, to just people that are veteran owned companies. And there's a multitude of set asides. Again, minority owned set asides for state and local, similar to like 8A, the 8A set aside, veteran owned set aside, service disabled veteran owned set aside, Indian owned, woman owned. So there is a multitude of total small business set aside. So only small businesses that are small business to the government can bid on. There's a multitude of set asides that your company can bid on depending on what you qualify for. So the second myth, need political connections. A lot of people think, and it does happen, like the only way to get in with the government is by to know somebody. But knowing somebody's great. Knowing somebody is powerful. Knowing somebody can get you through a lot of the doors, but the right way, the legal way to win contracts is by bidding alone, like the solicitation process where you find the opportunities and anyone can bid on it. You meet the requirements and you bid, and you win a bid based on how you score with the evaluation criteria. You do not need to be connected politically. The government tells you exactly what they want in these RFPs, request for proposal. Your job is to follow instructions and deliver, period. And do your best job. That is your job. Another myth is that it's complex for beginners. And a lot of people think contracting is so complex, it's so hard. And here's what I'm going to tell you, it's not. It's very simple. Simple doesn't mean easy, but it is simple. A lot of us, we just get overwhelmed by the amount of reading that we have to do, right? It's a lot of reading. It can be multitudes of documents that you have to get through. But if you learn how to get through them, what's important, what in there is kind of template, how to read and understand exactly what they're asking for, it's easier. And not every opportunity is 50 pages. Some opportunities might be 2 pages long. You might only need to submit one quote, like an RFQ. So with proper guidance and step-by-step mentorship, complete beginners are winning their first contracts within 60 to 120 days. So I know people that have personally worked with me and they've won on their first opportunity. And I know some people that it's taken, a few months also. But regardless, the important thing is to build the systems, build the confidence, and build the routine to keep bidding. Because if you keep bidding, you will win. The massive gap, the massive gap creating our opportunity. So, number one, most business owners don't know where to find opportunities, how to read them, how to price them, and how to bid as a prime or partner as a sub. So, again, there is multiple ways you can be a contractor, a government contractor. You can be the prime contractor, you can be the prime who does middleman, and you can be the subcontractor. And there's different ways to kind of leverage your business and strategy you can use to reach out and complete, but you just kind of do whatever fits for you. Again, reading, obviously when you first get into it, it's overwhelming. Don't get me misunderstood. It is overwhelming. You are gonna be overwhelmed, but it's okay. It is new. Just as long as you keep trying, it'll get easier. That's why it's always good to find a mentor, somebody like me. I'm gonna break it down like, yo, look at this. You see all this? Let's just take it step by step and simplify it for you. Number two, this creates space. Others chase low margins clients and deal with payment issues. You can access guaranteed government spending on everything from consulting to construction and beyond. Technical, IT, products, services, literally everything. And that's why I love working with the government, is because I'm able to bid on as much as I want, and I know that this client is going to pay if I win this opportunity. I don't have to worry about, are they going to run out of money? They make the money. They create the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's trillions of dollars, not running out of trillions. I just got to get a little slice of the pie and provide value to the government, state, local, or federal, in a way that they seem valuable enough to give me a contract, period. Number three, learn the systems. Identify the right opportunities, position yourself to win, and build a sustainable contracting business with recurring revenue. And that's just the process you'll go through to just being an entrepreneur. As you continue, as you learn, as you see what's hard and what takes more time, you build the systems to make it easier, to simplify it, to automate it, to delegate, and just to keep going. It's a numbers game with contracting. You put in 100 bids, you're going to win, period. Next slide. All right. So, why government contracting in 2025? Well, actually, let's say this is 2026, so new year. Why government contracting in 2026? The game of making money online has changed forever. Traditional paths, chasing corporate clients with unpredictable pay, building agencies that cap out quickly, or starting product businesses requires huge capital, are increasingly difficult. The government contracting offers a strategic, system-driven approach to one of the most profitable and beginner-friendly business models to ever exist. What makes it different? Make $10,000 to $100,000 per contract. Work with guaranteed payment clients. Target opportunities that align with you and what you're already doing, and operate as a prime subcontractor or a strategic partner. So, again, like, the range of these contracts can be tiny, a couple $1,000s, which is more than extra than what you're already making, or extravagant, $100,000, $1 million, $2, $3, $4, $5, $6 million. Like, I've been a part of a cohort group where a business owner, first time trying, he did win $1.5 million for his business on his first bid. Is that likely? No, but if you take the right steps and do the right thing, you never know what they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know if your company is exactly who they want to do this work. You just have to make sure you do the steps to correctly submit your proposal. You correctly priced it. You correctly found vendors that can support you and subcontractors that can support you, and your business is set up and ready to go. And if you do that, sky's the limit. Like, my average contract has been about $100,000, but I won a contract for $20,000 for 4 months of work, and it was probably the best 20 bands I ever could have made. You know what I'm saying? So, but I wouldn't have did that if I wasn't actively looking for opportunities in different areas. This was a local opportunity in Washington. If I'm only focused on federal, or for the way that I teach it, like, if I'm only focused on one area, I'm missing money in different areas. I like to bid personally in states that I know people, that I'm in, that I live in, that I travel to. So I'm from Tacoma. I bid in Washington. I went to school in Texas. I bid in Texas in Houston. And then obviously I'll tap in with the federal government. So there's so many different ways to make money, and there's so many different things you can do to succeed in this space. Sorry, struggling on my next slide. There we go. So our systems, the 8-week active bid systems. Here's exactly what your 8 weeks will look like as you transform from complete beginner to confident government contractor. Phase 1, foundation. So our first week, first of all, let me go back. So 8 weeks of active bid systems. So I have put together a mentorship program where I will be going over A through Z steps with new business owners and current business owners on how to do business with the federal, state, and local government. It will be an 8-week, 2-month-long cohort where we will have 2 classes every single week going over every single step that I need to know. So over these 8 weeks, I'm going to share with you what we'll be going through as we work to really get you ready to bid and win. Foundation number 1. So we'll work on the fundamentals. Overview of the program, overview of what government contracting is, working with state, local, and government, learn the difference between prime, sub, and choose the right strategy for you, choose the right industry for you, etc. Assess your business readiness. So making sure you're ready to go, making sure your business is set up, giving you some of that business development, setting up your business, EIN, things of that nature, and really just being able to be prepared to take on contracts. Identify how your services align with government's opportunities. If you don't have a business yet, we'll guide you through the steps through setup while you're learning the system. So that means basically if you're somebody who doesn't have a business but you want to learn, perfect. We will get you going in the cohort. The first month we'll work on starting up your business as you learn the government contracting lane. In that second month of that program, we should be set up. We should be working on getting you registered as a vendor. And in that second month, now we're actively bidding on opportunities. So here's what I always love to say about my program. What our 2 main goals is. 1, for everyone, obviously, to learn the education to be able to bid state, local, and federal contracts. And 2, for every single person that works with me to be actively working on government contracts, and you're using me as a coach to hold your hand through the questions and give you strategies and support that I think will help you win the contract. And then lastly, one-on-one check-ins with your coach, live calls covering what government contracting really looks like, which opportunities align with your business, and how to overcome imposter syndrome. Because the mental aspect of being an entrepreneur alone is probably one of the biggest things. Like, this space is gonna have you ready to pull your hair out sometimes, but it's a beautiful struggle. And I'm here to just implore you, build confidence, let you know, like, I'm gonna coach you through this. Like, you're not doing it alone. You're not learning like myself and having to make you're learning from somebody who's made the mistakes, and I'm here to help you protect yourself. Phase 2. So this is week 3 and 4, contracting strategies. So navigate procurement portals, learn how to use Bonfire, SAM, local state sites, walkthroughs, group coaching calls, and then building your opportunity list in hours, not days. So we'll be building out from active sites what opportunities you want to bid on, and I'll be working with you. So we'll build your opportunity pipeline, create a tracking, logging, agency name, contracting type, deadline, estimated value, and strategy, build a strategic pipeline, not random one-off bids. So I live by this. So every single week, this really just means, hey, we have a pipeline. We know what we're bidding on next because we did the research on the front end. Every single week, I implore my students to take the steps to do take the steps to do research every single Monday. Have a day where it's like, hey, this is my research day. I need to find opportunities, and I'm going to list them out over the next 2 months so I know what I want to bid on. I'm not guessing where I want to bid. I did the research weeks prior, and I know what I'm going to bid on. And then choosing your strategies, learn when to bid as a prime, when to subcontract, and when to partner. Assess fit capacity and realistic win profitability for each opportunity. Sorry, I can't read. I'm a public school kid. But anyways, yeah, choosing what's right for you. There's a lot of different strategies. You know, if you're somebody who has a business, we're going to look for opportunities that align with what you're already doing and show and think about some ways where we can expand your services. And you're for somebody who doesn't have a business, doesn't know what they want to do, there's still a lane for you. You know, we can do that middleman. We don't have to have a specific thing you're doing. You're bidding on a little bit of everything, and I like to do that as well. So phase 3, so these are going to be weeks 5 and 6, break down RFPs and RFQs, develop your proposals, and submit your first bids. So by that, like I said, by that second month, every single person needs to be bidding on an opportunity. And I'll be walking you through the steps and questions on bidding on active work. So my goal is for whatever you're paying to be a part of my program, I'm helping you have a chance to win more money, get your investment back, and get a return on your investment. That is my goal, is for you to win a contract while working with me. That is the goal of the program. And then in the last and final phase, prime operation, understanding contract management, building systems, and delegating. So really just showing you how to streamline it, how to make it a little bit easier, how to make sure it's organized, and then how to hire these VAs that I work with, how to build in the AI tools into your business, and walking you through some of those steps to really make your business flow. Put your business in a flow state where you're just getting contracts out and you're not worried about it. You're quality control and you're working on the business, not in the business. And then phase 5, scale and repeat, post-program. So scale and repeat, post-program. So this is after the program's over, the last phase. So we'll be just really ensuring that you're keeping up, you know, doing what we've practiced. And you obviously will have access to me whenever to ask questions and hit me up. But making sure you have systems and operational things that you can repeat and keep doing. So finding opportunities, we got that on repeat. We got a system for that. Bidding strategically, we got that on repeat. We got a system for that. Managing contracts, we got that on repeat. We have a system for that. And then pursuing repeat business. The goal is to not have to worry about where we're going to make money in the next 5 years. There's contracts that you can literally get 5 years on the same contract. Like there might be a 1-year contract with the option to extend 4 more years. We're looking for those. How can we repeat clients? Like I know I have 2-3 contracts over these next 3 years that I'm gonna get renewed on. Now I'm also, while I have my base $250,000 a year, I'm also still trying to find more money and have that scale. So now my business is doing $1.5 million a year. Now we're in the big leagues, right? So next, what it looks like on the inside. So live group coaching. So again, like I said, we'll do 2 calls every single week. They'll be about 1.5 hours to 2 hours long. And I'll be breaking down step by step everything you need to know. Real-time bid support, using me as a coach, working with you on active opportunities, holding your hand through the process, giving you every strategy, everything I know in terms of helping you get a win, and an opportunity tracking system. So building some tools and some softwares inside your business to have things on repeat, automated, so we're not having to do all the small things. The small thing, time is money. We want to save time, and these AI tools, these softwares, these creative staffing models, that's how you're going to scale your business. In the program outcomes, so by the end of the program, you walk away with bids submitted with your mentor's guidance, a working opportunity pipeline, a repeat bidding process, the confidence to keep bidding, improving, and the foundation to delegate and grow once wins come in. Expected outcomes and timelines. So we do not guarantee any financial results or specific contract wins. However, based on our clients' outcomes and proven mentorship systems, it is clear that the process works if you do your part and put in the work. So again, like I said, I don't control the funding, right? I don't control what the government's looking for. What I can control, what you can control, is the quality of your bids, the quality of your pricing, and that's what I'm teaching. And that's what I'm saying. If you repeat and putting in good, winning proposals, you're gonna win. Winning meaning you're following the information, you're understanding the evaluation criteria, your staffing plan is tip-top shape, all of the things, right? If you put in high quality work, you'll get the results that we're looking for. So it's 60 days. 60 days for my fast clients who dedicate significant time and follow the system exactly. 2, 190 to 120 days. Clients working consistently 1 to 2 hours a day with a full-time job. 4 to 6 months. Clients who start and stop, and don't submit bids consistently. So those are kind of like the time frames that we see a lot of people get. So that first person is somebody who's working every single day. Within 60 days, you're putting in 4 or 5 bids a week. In 2 months, you're gonna have a win. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a win. So if you're somebody who's like, hey, I can. The second person, you're somebody who's like, man, I got only 2 hours out the week, a couple hours on the weekend, bro. I'm hustling, I'm grinding. That's perfect. Do what makes sense for you. Like, do what you have capacity to do. So if it's just submitting 1 or 2 bids a week, brother, that's better than what you've been doing. That gives you a chance to win more money because you never know what's going to hit. And then if you're somebody who's like you're starting, you might mess around and get a one-off and grab one, but we want to work towards consistency, creating a system that works for you and having consistent opportunities bidded on. And not because that's how you win money. The only way you win money is by bidding. The only way you get these contracts is by bidding. If you're not bidding, you're not going to win any contracts. Key success factor: what speeds up your timeline? Showing up to live coaching calls and implementing immediately. Working on real active opportunities. Asking for help when you're stuck. Huge. Don't ever feel like a question is dumb. We're all learning in this space. I'm learning. I don't know everything about government contracting. I know a lot, enough to do well in my business, but we're all learning. There's always questions that are going to be asked. And an important thing is your question might spark a question for another student. That's why I love these group calls, is because we can pull and pick and use each other as thought partners to improve the group as a whole. And that's the community aspect. So it's lovely. And then submitting bids consistently. Those are the key success factors. 100% satisfaction guarantee. The promise: if after 90 days you still have not landed a contract, we will work with you for free until you do. You cannot lose until you stop. So what that might look like is like I said, after 90 days, if you need to call me, call me, bro. Like, call me. Let's figure out what's going on. Pick up the phone. Even after that 90 days, bro. Like, after that 2 months, you text me a question, you call me, you're somebody that is a part of my network now. I'm giving you as much game as I can to help you win, right? I'm not saying call my phone 1,000 times a day, but I am saying I'm still here to see you win. I want to see you win, period. So if you got questions or you're struggling or you're not sure about something, pick up the phone and call me. Realistic goals. We focus on helping you win your first contract, build a reputable bidding process, and set you up for long-term growth in government contracting. Proven system. I am 100% confident that the systems can get you results, since it did exactly that for dozens of business owners just like you. Like, I literally just got done with a cohort where we helped almost 200 business owners. And at the very minimum, people know why they're not succeeding. They know, hey, I got the education, I got the systems, I got the operational systems, I got the mentality. I just haven't been doing my part, right? Life happens, excuse after excuse, whatever the case may be, whatever it is. But you know that what you've learned is valuable, and if you can get consistent and build yourself a system that makes sense for your capacity, or get the help you need, hire where you have low capacity, you feel confident, like, I'm gonna win. Like, it's only a matter of time, right? So that's 100% satisfaction guarantee. What you can achieve. So again, like I said, like my average contracts that I see, obviously I don't want to stamp this number, but $100,000. Like, a lot of these contracts that I see are going for that and more, because the government, they have the money to spend. Again, they spend $600 billion with small business contractors, small business owners, and a lot of this work, man, like, literally only takes me a couple hours a day. Like, in terms of reaching out to vendors and making sure the team is good. I've set myself up now to have a team. But if you're somebody who can only put in 1 or 2 hours a day, that is good enough. And then the goal is, between that first couple months, is to get a win. Average timeline for clients who show up consistently and follow the proven system is 60 to 120 days. And these contract amounts is life-changing money. You know, like I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real bread. It's real bread. So I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited to coach you. I am excited to be a part of your journey and empower you and uplift you. And I'm excited to continue this educational portion of my business and teaching the game, teaching this government contracting lane. So I hope, this has been helpful. I hope you're inspired, ready to go. Hit that link, get connected on the landing page, go through the videos, shoot me a DM, shoot me a text, and hop in the next cohort. Hop in the cohort. It's time. It's 2026, y'all. It's time. Ready to win your first government contract. This is for people who are serious. Ready to win your first government contract. This is for people who are serious professionals and have a real desire to build highly profitable businesses. You have the desire to show up, do the work, and stay consistent. Do not proceed unless you are serious about building a real contracting business. We'll help you win your first government contract in the next 60 to 90 days using proven mentorship systems that build business owners. If you're a former athlete, too busy in your profession, whatever the case may be, we'll be here for you, and we will show you and walk you through the process of bidding on and winning your first contract. You'll learn to operate as a confident prime contractor, targeting $10,000 contracts to $100,000 and up in contract opportunities that create compounding momentum and repeat business without sacrificing your income, your 9-to-5 job. Like, we can work with you at whatever your capacity is. That's why that's in there. Like, don't think you can only win if I'm doing this. No, we can figure out a process that works for you within your schedule and build winning habits now without reinvesting all your time into chasing one-off bids and without the confusion of overwhelming the stops from people from even starting. So don't be overwhelmed. Don't stop because it's hard. Don't stop because you're confused. Get the mentorship, get the help, get the coaching, and let's win these contracts. My name is Jayante. I'm the owner of Prolific Success, and I'm here to help. Thank you for your time. Thank you for watching this TED Talk, and I'll see you in the next cohort. Peace.